ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः। श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ चतुर्दशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच परं भूयः प्रवक्ष्यामि ज्ञानानां ज्ञानमुत्तमं यज्ज्ञात्वा मुनयः सर्वे परां सिद्धिमितो गताः. In this verse, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna that he is about to share the most important knowledge. This is a special kind of wisdom, greater than all other knowledge. By understanding it, many wise sages have achieved the highest spiritual success and have reached a state of ultimate peace and freedom. This teaching is meant to help us reach that same goal by understanding the true nature of life and the universe. इदं ज्ञानमुपाश्रित्य मम साधर्म्यमागताः सर्गेऽपि नो यजायन्ते प्रलये न व्यथन्ति च. In this verse, Lord Krishna says that those who understand and follow this supreme knowledge reach a state similar to his divine nature. This means they become free from the cycle of birth and death. Even when the universe is created or destroyed, these enlightened souls are not affected. They are beyond suffering and remain in a peaceful, eternal state. Krishna is emphasizing that this wisdom leads to liberation from worldly troubles and the cycle of life. Mama yonirmahad brahma tasmin garbhan dadhamyaham sambhavah sarvabhutanan tato bhavati bharata. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains how all living beings are created. He says that his womb is the great cosmic energy known as Brahman. Into this, he places the seed of life. From this union, all living creatures come into existence. Krishna is showing that he is the ultimate source of all life, and everything in the universe is born through his divine power. This verse emphasizes the idea that God is the creator and sustainer of the entire universe. सर्वयोनिषु कौन्तेय मूर्तयः सम्भवन्ति याः तासां ब्रह्म महद्योनिर् अहं बीजप्रदः पिता. In this verse, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna that all living beings, no matter what form they take or where they are born, come from the same cosmic source, Brahman. Brahman is like the mother and Krishna is the father who provides the seed of life. This means that Krishna is the creator of all living beings. Everything in the universe, from the smallest to the largest, is born through his divine energy. This verse emphasizes the oneness of all life and the divine role in creation. Sattvam rajastama iti gunaः prakriti sambhavaः nibaddhanti mahabaho dehe dehinam avyayam. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains the three qualities of gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, that come from nature. These gunas influence how we think, feel and act. They bind the soul, which is eternal and unchanging, to the physical body. Even though the soul itself is beyond change, these gunas create attachment to the world through the body and mind. Krishna is preparing Arjuna to understand how these qualities affect human behavior and keep us tied to the material world. Tatra sattvan nirmalatvat prakashakamanayam sukha sangena bandhati jnana sangena chanagha. In this verse, Lord Krishna describes the quality of Sattva, which is pure, clear and full of light. Sattva brings happiness and knowledge, making a person feel peaceful and wise. However, even Sattva can create attachment. People can get attached to the feelings of happiness and the pursuit of knowledge. Although it is the highest and purest of the three gunas, it still binds the soul to the material world by making one desire these positive experiences. Krishna reminds Arjuna that even good qualities can create attachments that prevent ultimate freedom. Rajo ragatmakam viddhi trishna sanga samudbhavam tannibandhati kaunteya karma sangena dehinam. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains the quality of Rajas. It is driven by passion and is fueled by desires and attachments. People influenced by Rajas are always restless, seeking more through actions, achievements and pleasures. This desire for success and enjoyment ties the soul to the cycle of constant activity, making it difficult to find peace. Krishna warns Arjuna that Rajas keeps us busy and attached to the results of our work, pulling us deeper into the material world and its endless desires. Tamastvagyanajam viddhi मोहनं सर्वदेहिनां प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिस्तन्निबन्धाति भारत. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains the quality of tamas, which comes from ignorance and confusion. Tamas clouds the mind, making it difficult for people to see things clearly. It causes laziness, carelessness, and a desire for sleep or inactivity. This leads to a lack of motivation and understanding, binding the soul to darkness and ignorance. While tamas may seem like a way to escape life's challenges, it actually prevents growth and keeps people stuck in a state of inaction and illusion. Sattvam sukhe sanjayati rajah karmani bharata jnanamavrittatu tamah pramade sanjayatyuta. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains how the three gunas affect people. Sattva leads to happiness and joy, but it still creates attachment to feeling good. Rajas makes people active and focused on their work, driven by desires. However, tamas clouds understanding and makes people careless, lazy, and confused, hiding true knowledge. Each guna binds the soul in different ways, keeping it connected to the material world. Krishna is teaching Arjuna that even positive qualities like happiness can still trap the soul if we become too attached. Rajastamaschabhibhuya sattvam bhavati bharata rajasattvam tamaschaiva tamasattvam rajastatha. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains how the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, constantly interact and compete within a person. At times, Sattva takes control by defeating Rajas and Tamas, leading to peace and clarity. Other times, Rajas dominates, pushing people into action and desires, while at other moments, Tamas takes over, causing confusion and laziness. Krishna highlights that these qualities are always shifting and they influence how we think, feel and act, making it important to recognize their effects. Sarvadvareshu dehesmin prakasha upajayate jnanam yada tada vidyat vivriddham sattvamityuta. In this verse, Lord Krishna describes a sign of increased sattva within a person. When knowledge and clarity illuminate the senses and mind, bringing understanding and awareness, it indicates the sattva is dominant. This light of knowledge helps individuals perceive the truth and makes them feel peaceful and joyful. Krishna emphasizes the importance of knowledge as it allows us to overcome ignorance and confusion, leading to a more enlightened and fulfilling life. Lobha pravritirarambha karmanamashamaspruha rajasyetani jayante vivriddhe bharatarshava. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains the signs of increased rajas in a person. When rajas is strong, feelings like greed and restlessness emerge, along with the desire to start new projects and engage in activities. This indicates an active mind driven by desires and attachments. Krishna highlights that while rajas can motivate us to act, it can also lead to chaos and dissatisfaction if not controlled. Recognizing these signs helps us understand how rajas influences our behavior and choices. Aprakasho pravrittischa pramado moha evacha tamasyetani jayante vivriddhe guru nandana. In this verse, Lord Krishna describes the effects of increased tamas in a person. When tamas dominates, there is a lack of clarity and understanding leading to inactivity and laziness. People may also become negligent and fall into a state of confusion or delusion, unable to see the truth. Krishna emphasizes that these negative traits indicate the influence of tamas, which hinders growth and awareness. Understanding these signs can help individuals recognize when they are under the influence of ignorance and take steps to overcome it. Yada sattve pravriddhe tu pralayam yati dehabhrit tadottama vidan lokan amalan pratipadyate. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains that when a person increases their sattva and then leaves their body, they move on to higher realm of existence. These are pure worlds, free from negativity and filled with goodness, where virtuous souls reside. Krishna emphasizes that cultivating sattva leads to a more elevated spiritual state after death. This encourages individuals to seek knowledge, clarity and goodness in their lives, guiding them toward liberation and a peaceful afterlife. Rajasi pralayam gatva karma sangishu jayate tatha pralinastamasi mudhayonishu jayate. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains the outcomes based on the dominant guna at the time of death. If a person leaves the body while influenced by rajas, they are reborn into a life where action and activity prevail, often leading to a life filled with desire and struggle. On the other hand, if someone departs in a state of tamas, they are reborn into situations filled with confusion and ignorance, often leading to a lower or less enlightened existence. Krishna highlights that our state of mind at death significantly affects our future lives, emphasizing the importance of cultivating sattva to attain higher states of being. Karmanas sukrutasyaahus sattvikam nirmalam phalam rajasastu phalam dukkham ajnanam tamasah phalam. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains the outcomes of actions based on the three gunas. Actions performed with sattva yield pure and beneficial results, leading to happiness and spiritual growth. In contrast, actions driven by passion or rajas result in suffering and unhappiness, as they are often motivated by desires and attachments. Lastly, actions influenced by tamas lead to ignorance and confusion, preventing true understanding and clarity. Krishna emphasizes the importance of performing righteous actions with a pure intention to attain positive outcomes and spiritual fulfillment. Sattva sanjayate jnanam rajaso lobha eva cha pramadamohau tamaso bhavatu jnanameva cha. In this verse, Lord Krishna outlines how the three gunas lead to different outcomes in human behavior. Sattva fosters knowledge and understanding, allowing individuals to see things clearly and make wise decisions. Rajas brings about greed and desire, leading to restless pursuits for more and more. Meanwhile, tamas leads to negligence and confusion, preventing clarity and awareness. Krishna emphasizes the importance of cultivating sattva to enhance knowledge and wisdom, which ultimately helps us navigate life more effectively and spiritually. Urdhvam gachanti sattvastha madhye tishtanti rajasaah jaghanya guna vrittistha adho gachanti tamasah. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains the different paths taken by individuals based on their dominant guna. Those who embody sattva ascend to higher realms of existence, moving towards spiritual growth and enlightenment. Those influenced by rajas remain in a middle state, often caught in a cycle of action and desire without clear progress. In contrast, those who are dominated by tamas descend into lower states of being, marked by confusion and negativity. Krishna emphasizes that our spiritual journey and ultimate destination depend on the qualities we cultivate in our lives. Nanyai gunebhyak kartarai yada drashtanupashyati gunebhyascha parang vetti madbhavam sodhigacchati. In this verse, Lord Krishna teaches that true wisdom comes from recognizing that our actions are influenced by the three gunas, rather than being solely the result of our own will. When individuals realize this and also understand the supreme reality beyond these qualities, they can transcend the limitations of the material world. Achieving this level of understanding leads to a connection with Krishna's divine nature, offering liberation from the cycle of birth and death. This verse emphasizes the importance of discernment and spiritual insight in achieving ultimate freedom and enlightenment. Gunanetanatityatreen dehi deha samudbhavan janma mrityu jara dukkhair vimukto mritamashnute. In this verse, Lord Krishna concludes by stating that those who rise above the influence of the three gunas, which are linked to the physical body, free themselves from the cycle of birth and death. By transcending these qualities, individuals escape the pain of aging, dying, and suffering, ultimately attaining a state of immortality. Krishna emphasizes that true liberation and eternal peace come from spiritual realization and understanding, encouraging seekers to cultivate awareness and rise above material influences to achieve lasting fulfillment and freedom. Arjuna uvacha kairlingai strin gunanetan atito bhavati prabho kimacharah katai chaintans trin gunan nativartate. In this verse, Arjuna seeks clarity from Lord Krishna about how to rise above the three gunas. He wants to understand the qualities or behaviors that enable a person to transcend these influences and attain a higher spiritual state. This question reflects Arjuna's desire for practical guidance on how to live a life that leads to liberation from the cycles of birth and death. Arjuna's inquiry sets the stage for Krishna to provide deeper insights into spiritual practice and the path to enlightenment. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Prakashai cha pravritti cha मोहमेव च पाण्डव न त्वेष्टि सम्प्रवृत्तानि न nivrittani काङ्क्षति. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains that a person who has transcended the three gunas remains unaffected by the fluctuations of life. Such an individual does not react with aversions to moments of knowledge and activity, nor do they long for the end of ignorance and delusion. This equanimity indicates a state of inner peace and stability. Krishna emphasizes that true spiritual realization involves accepting all experiences without attachment or aversion, reflecting a deep understanding of the transient nature of life. उदासीनवदासीनो गुणैर्यो न विचाल्यते गुणावर्तन्त इत्येव योऽवतिष्ठति नेङ्गते. In this verse, Lord Krishna describes the qualities of a person who has transcended the three gunas. Such an individual remains calm and detached, observing the interplay of the qualities without being swayed by them. This neutrality allows them to stay grounded and stable, regardless of external circumstances. Krishna emphasizes that true wisdom lies in maintaining this witness-like attitude, which leads to a steady state of being free from ups and downs of life. This reflects a profound spiritual maturity that enables one to navigate the material world without attachment. Samadukha sukha swastas samaloštashma kanchanaha tulya priya priyo dhiras tulya nindatma sanstutihi. In this verse, Lord Krishna describes the traits of a person who has attained true wisdom and equanimity. Such an individual remains undisturbed by the dualities of life, whether in happiness or sorrow, success or failure. They view material possessions and distinctions such as earth, stone, and gold with equal detachment, recognizing that true value lies beyond the physical. By remaining balanced in praise and criticism, honor and dishonor, they embody a deep inner strength and clarity. Krishna emphasizes that this state of equanimity is a hallmark of spiritual maturity, allowing one to live with wisdom and peace in a world of constant change. Manapamanayosthulyas tulyo mitraripakshayoh sarvarambha parityagi gunatitasya uchyate. In this verse, Lord Krishna elaborates on the characteristics of a person who has transcended the three gunas. Such a person remains balanced in situations of honor and dishonor, treating friends and foes alike. This equanimity reflects a deep sense of inner peace and detachment from external judgments and circumstances. By renouncing attachment to the outcomes of their actions, they embody a higher state of consciousness. Krishna emphasizes that this ability to remain unaffected by the dualities of life signifies true spiritual advancement and liberation from the binding influences of the gunas. Manchayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatityaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. In this verse, Lord Krishna explains that those who engage in dedicated and unwavering devotion towards him can rise above the influence of the three gunas. Such sincere devotion allows individuals to connect with the divine and experience a state of unity with the Supreme. Krishna emphasizes that through this heartfelt practice, devotees transcend the limitations of material qualities, achieving a higher spiritual realization. This verse underscores the transformative power of devotion, encouraging seekers to cultivate a deep, loving relationship with the divine as a path to liberation and ultimate peace. Brahmano hi pratisthaham amritasya cha shashvatasya cha dharmasya sukhasya ikantikasya cha. In this verse, Lord Krishna reveals his role as the ultimate source of all that is eternal and unchanging. He identifies himself as the foundation of Brahman and the unchanging nature of life, emphasizing his connection to the eternal truth, righteousness, and supreme happiness. Krishna asserts that true happiness and spiritual fulfillment stem from recognizing this divine foundation. This verse underscores the significance of understanding the divine nature of existence and the importance of aligning oneself with eternal truths to achieve lasting peace and joy. Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे गुणत्रयविभागयोगो नाम चतुर्दशोऽध्यायः। ॐ श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।